Guys, so let's go ahead and start talking about what we're going to be learning about today. I also wanted to share with you the schedule for this week. So if you would please make sure you're paying attention. So Ms. Neville, when we go to our science class and we click on the left side where it says updates, you're going to find an update here from Ms. Neville where it talks about this week's schedule. Please pay close attention. Today, we're going to have a live session about arthropods, the last type of invertebrate that we're learning about in our biology study as sixth graders. Tuesday, you're going to have your first biology test, Introduction to Organisms Common Formative Assessment. That's going to be offered on tomorrow. So because you're going to be taking your test tomorrow, there will be no live science session, okay? It's going to be important that instead you work on this test. It's going to be open from 7:30 until 5:30 p.m. At that time, it's going to close. And then on Wednesday, we'll have a live session again where we're going to go over some of the most missed questions that you guys had as a class. If you have not completed that test, you will not be admitted to Wednesday's live session. So you'll want to make sure you use your time wisely tomorrow to get caught up and get everything that you need to get done, okay? It's also important for you to realize that Wednesday we're going to be learning about the plant kingdom. We're going to start our study of vascular and non-vascular divisions within our plant kingdom. And Thursday we're going to dig deeper into the vascular plant as we discuss stems, leaves, and roots. Are there any questions before we go on about this week's schedule? Great. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to once again share my screen with you, and we're going to start learning about arthropods today. Arthropods. In your notes, please write down arthropods. Our learning objective for today is to be able to identify an animal as an arthropod based on its physical characteristics. So when Ms. Neville says physical characteristics, remember, those are the outside features that we can see. So Ms. Neville's outside features, she has brown skin, dark brown hair, red glasses, yellow and white dress, pink and white nails. So those are physical characteristics, things that we're able to see about another organism. So when we're looking here today, it's important for us to understand that the arthropod is a very special animal for very special reasons. Remember, this lesson is being recorded if Ms. Neville goes too fast. In our notes, let's write down the question, what is an arthropod? Remember, you also have guided notes in your green folder in your Schoology class, for our Schoology class or science. So those guided notes are there where you have some pictures that you can draw there, okay? And so when we're looking here at the arthropod, you'll see some example animals. So we see the ladybug, the grasshopper, the fly, the lobster, the spider, the tick, the ant, the butterfly, the crab, the mosquito, the scorpion. Yes, all of these animals fall within the arthropod or arthropoda phylum. So when we're talking about what an arthropod is, it's important for us to understand that an arthropod is an invertebrate. In other words, it's an animal that does not have a backbone. And an arthropod is an invertebrate that may be an insect, a spider or arachnid, or a crustacean. And it's important for us to know that crustacean are lobster, crab, or even shrimp, okay? When we're talking about an invertebrate in this arthropod, there are some physical characteristics that we need to know about. There are some physical characteristics that we need to know about, some outside things, some outside features of the arthropod. It's important for us to know that the arthropod has an exoskeleton, or a hard outer shell. That exoskeleton helps to give the animal its body structure. Remember, because it's an invertebrate, it doesn't have a backbone. So that exoskeleton helps to provide outside structure to the animal. It's also important for us to know that the arthropod has jointed legs or jointed feet. When we're talking about the arthropod, it's important for us to understand that the word arthropod means jointed legs, but most correctly, jointed feet. When we're talking about the arthropod and we talk about a jointed leg or foot, we are literally talking about how many times that appendage bends. So it bends there, okay? That's its joint. And we can even see joints with our finger. Put your finger up like this. Now bend it. Do you see that there's a joint there and a joint here? Yeah. If I were to set my hand like this and wiggle my fingers, I would almost be simulating how a spider moves. Okay? So when we're talking about jointed legs, we're talking about their legs having many different points or pivots of movement. Take some time to finish these notes. Miss Neville's going on at 9:02. So let's go on. Some other physical characteristics of the arthropod that we must discuss is how they breathe. Okay? We need to know that arthropods breathe through their skin. Okay? Arthropods breathe through their skin, and they also have antennae. Because some arthropods don't have very strong eyes, the antenna does a really great job of sensing temperature change or the closeness of the animal is to a wall or another animal, the difference in how the ground feels. The antenna do a really great job of kind of providing that fifth sense because they don't have fingertips and nerve endings like us, at least not all of them do. It's important for us to understand that those antennae that they possess play a really strong part of their bodies. It's also important for us to know that they have a nervous system. This means they can feel pain. And they have a circulatory system. They have a nervous system and they have a circulatory system. So a circulatory system is where the heart is going to pump fluids throughout the body. This makes the arthropod extremely developed. So guys, that will conclude our notes for today, but our class is not over. What we're actually going to move on to now is I'm going to show you how to complete your graded assignment for today. Remember, if Miss Neville's gone too fast for you, this lesson has been recorded.